give us some like common things that you would see there, which is uncommon in US?
The school we were at was a special school. So in the States, at each school, there's classes for special needs kids. In Africa, it's a huge school. There's a physical disability section, a blind section, and a deaf section. First couple days, 2 days, I think, we saw the physical disabled section, which is where like majority of what the different things I saw were. Spina bifida and cerebral palsy, which are common in the States, but with prenatal vitamins in the States, it's not as common because it's more prevented. And also diabetes in the mom is really common in Africa versus it can be a little bit more controlled here, and that's like a predisposing factor. But some random things we saw, something called Crouzon syndrome. It's a genetic disorder where there's premature fusion of the skull bones, and so it can cause proptosis of the eyes and just a lot of eye issues. A lot of kids in the States will have to get surgeries all the time, but in Africa they don't really have that access. We saw xeroderma pigmentosum, which is not common in the States, and it's not common really in general at all. But the little boy that we saw, pretty much from here up, everything was so much darker. He was completely like scarred and wrinkly, and he was probably 11. He was also blind from birth, and then he had his lip protruding kind of like this and just like precancerous lesions all over his lip because he's just so sensitive to the sun, and they had no idea. So he's been playing outside for years with no idea that the sun is so damaging to his skin. Like he can't replace the melanin. He doesn't really have melanin. Albinism was really big, which isn't really common in the States, but I think there are about 15 kids with albinism.